Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to today's daily Lunch and Learn webinar. My name's Emma Jones, founder of Enterprise Nation, and I know I tweeted about this earlier today, but what better day to have a Lunch and Learn focused on accounting and bookkeeping than on Budget 2021 Day. So I know that you'll all be desperately waiting to hear what the Chancellor says at 12:30, so he should be getting up to his feet in 29 minutes to deliver what's probably going to be quite a big budget for small business. And of course, we'll be delivering live coverage and a small business reaction to that over on the Enterprise Nation blog from 12:30. But in the meantime, I am very delighted to welcome Alexei Potemkin today. Alexei came on just before and he said, I said, oh, I hear you're going to talk for about 15 to 20 minutes on the topic that we have today, to which Alexei said I could speak for hours on the topic of accounting and bookkeeping. So Alexei is UK Managing Director of a brilliant company called Asome, and what that business does, which Alexei will run through, is essentially help you as a business focus on what you do as a business, because what Asome does is it kind of takes on the accounting and the bookkeeping responsibilities in the business. So for today's session, Alexei is going to talk for about 15 to 20 minutes and run us through some slides. And of course, as ever with Lunch and Learn, do pop your questions in the admin chat panel and we'll get through as many questions as we can. The session is recorded and will be uploaded to Enterprise Nation later on today. So Alexei, welcome to Lunch and Learn. Thank you for joining us on Budget Day. I'm sure it's a day that you get very excited about.
It is. Thank you, Emma, and thanks for inviting us to and providing us with this opportunity. And like I should say, thank you for the brilliant organization. Like out of all the webinars I've attended, this one is actually, I see that you got used to this like post-pandemics type of webinars and everything smooth and well. And yeah, thanks for organizing it. And well, yeah, hello everyone.
I shall hand the stage over to you, Alexei. So over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I will, as Emma said, I will try to do it like in 15 to 20 minutes. The topic itself is much bigger than that. We will try to focus today on the basics, and I'll show you like why those basics are important for your business. And then like, I guess we will try to get the feedback from you to like Emma, to myself, and see if like in the next sessions we will be maybe going more into detail or more into like your specific industry to give you more useful advice to get your business growing. A few words probably, like why would you believe me? I am first a managing director of Awesome. We do full scope accounting, bookkeeping software and services. And yeah, we help in small businesses with all their like financial accounting and bookkeeping needs. I've also run a few small businesses throughout my life, and I also been to the like big corporate world in the finance department. So like I've seen how things are being run in small companies and big companies. So hopefully I will be able to share this experience with you today. We can go to the next slide now. Yep, brilliant, thanks. So we just like an agenda of like what we're gonna do during the next like 20-30 minutes. We're gonna touch base on the bookkeeping, like what do we mean by the bookkeeping basics, like what things do you need to have in place. Then like we'll show you what are the things that's like how the bookkeeping helps your growth and your business management. Then we'll cover most frequent queries and questions that people are asking us when they come join Awesome in terms of like how do I run my bookkeeping, and then a few tips and tricks like takeouts from this webinar just for you to have something solid to take home, and then we'll go through Q&As. Next. Good. So when we are talking about the bookkeeping, we are talking about the several main key points. So the first one is you gotta choose your bookkeeping system, right? We live in the country where more than half of the small business owners still running their like accounting, bookkeeping, like at best an Excel sheets, but like moreover on paper, and that may work, but like you just need to think twice when you are choosing the bookkeeping system, right? There are different kinds of like software, QuickBooks and Zero of the world. You can do it in Excel, but like you just need to think about like, okay, how do I record my business transactions and like stick to this way of recording business transactions. Next thing you're gonna think about is the chart of accounts. So the chart of accounts is basically the way how it usually reflects how your business is structured, right? So if you are say selling on Amazon in Germany and Amazon in the UK, then you probably got to have like several two sales accounts to record your sales separately for each of the countries. If you are doing different like consulting projects in your business, then you probably want to have separate sub accounts to record your revenue and costs for each of the projects that you are doing. Basically, again, here you got to look at the structure of the business and decide like what chart of accounts to apply. The third one is pretty important because like businesses, when they are starting, they tend to start with cash basis accounting, and they usually wait too long until they convert into the accrual accounting. Quickly, like what is the difference between these options? Cash basis accounting is the type of accounting when you record the transactions that tied to the movements of cash, right? So when somebody pays you, you record the revenue. When you pay someone, you record the costs. Accrual-based accounting is the accounting method that you are using when you are recording transactions at the moment they appear, the business operation appear, not at the moment the cash is moved. For example, you sold an item on Amazon today. Amazon will only send you money 2 weeks from now. You record revenue today, and you record account receivables like from Amazon, and you record the cash in only 2 weeks after. So you can use cash basis accounting up to a certain point if you are running like not that complex business. Going forward, while you're growing, you'll benefit mostly of accrual accounting. So that's probably, it's okay to start with cash if you have the capacity to understand accrual accounting. Do it, no harm, huge benefits. Next thing is like very important in terms of the bookkeeping is scheduling your routine, right? So you are paying your suppliers that someday you are recognizing the revenue. Just like have separate time when you record all the transactions, when you reconcile it with the bank accounts and credit card accounts, when you have your catch-up call with your accountants, when you look back and analyze like how well your business is doing. Just have those in your calendar. That will help you with the like whole business routine. That will help you not to be left behind on the bookkeeping tasks. It will help you to run your business better. And about the reporting system, it ties with the second point I mentioned about the chart of accounts. Every business industry, every business has its own key performance indicators to look at, right? Just like think about what are the main factors that will allow you to grow your business, set up the reporting structure the way that that will allow you to have actionable numbers, right? So accounting is not only about compliance, accounting is also about the correct business decisions, right? So if you have the good system in place, you'll have better business decisions. And we can go to the next slide. We'll talk more about like what business decisions you can do with the proper bookkeeping. So pretty much all of the things that you can think about, starting from budgeting up to investment planning, all those things, in order for you to do those things correctly, you got to have the fundamentals of the proper recording of all the transactions. Let's go into the detail and to the next slide. So one of the easiest thing when it comes to the like benefits of the proper bookkeeping is choosing your pricing strategy. As an example, we had a few cases where business owners start, say, e-commerce store, selling something online on Amazon. Amazon sends back some money. Business owner records the revenue from Amazon, and then like all of a sudden he understands that there is some discrepancy in terms of like how much money he or she would think would make versus how much money in the bank account, right? The problem is that they didn't do proper bookkeeping on the Amazon transaction. So Amazon charging you different like fees for warehousing, different fees for shipment, and like only sends you back like money net of those costs. What you need to do, you need to look at the whole picture, and you need to extract all the fees, all the different costs that compose cost of goods sold, and record it separately into your accounting system, right? So you have your like payment to your supplier. This is like one line item. The next line item will be your warehouse cost. Next line item will be your shipping costs. That's like when you record all of the costs associated with certain product, you will see like, are you charging enough in order to justify selling this product? In a lot of the cases, we saw that people actually would need to increase their prices to basically pay back for their product, or quit selling this product altogether, because like, you know, they can't go up in terms of prices because of the competition, but they can't cover their costs, and they couldn't see it before they started recording properly the all the costs associated with certain product. Next, please. Cash flow. This is really, I can't emphasize this more. Like, we know that in a lot of the countries, 50% of the businesses die in a year or less than a year. One single most frequent problem, the reason that the people go out of the business is liquidity problem, right? So people start selling something online. Okay, my favorite, probably my favorite example. People start selling something online. They see the sales are coming up. They order more product. Sales are coming up. They order more product. But then they realize that actually Amazon sends you money like 2 weeks from the point of sale, but your suppliers require money earlier, and then like you have this gap in liquidity that you need to somehow to cover, and you don't know, because you didn't record proper transactions with your supplier and with your the sales platform. You don't know basically what is the cycle. What is the cycle of your account receivables turnover, and what is the cycle of your account payables turnover? This accrual-based accounting helps you, right? So choose accrual-based accounting. Separate your cash movement from your transactions in the business. Calculate your accounts receivable turnover, calculate accounts payable turnover, see what is the cash flow cycle in your business. Make sure that you have enough cash to pay your suppliers, to pay your employees until you get the money from your customers. I know that like for those who are just starting, that probably sound complicated. We can again go into the detail in one of the next like lunch and load session. Now just like think about your cash flow. Think about like one of the things that you can do tomorrow. Plan ahead all of your payments. Have, I don't know, like payment day each Thursday. Compile the payments for each of the supplier in those dates. See like how much money you need for at least the next like 2-3 weeks. Get your current sales numbers. Assume they're going to be do the forecast for the sales numbers next 2 weeks. See if you would have enough cash to pay your suppliers. Simple, easy, but like something to start with. Next, please. Taxes. I am pretty sure you know this better than me. You have to keep the record, all the records. With making tax digital from HMRC, you will have to keep those records in the digital form. On taxes, one of the things that we usually advise our clients is think about taxes as a separate cash flow issue. So you will be doing business, like you will have like some profit, hopefully, this like financial year, think about forecast how much taxes you gotta pay at the end of the financial year. One of the frequent mistake that business owners do, they like think about their suppliers, they think about their employees, they think that they are okay in terms of like all the cash flow, but then they understand that all of a sudden they need to pay taxes at the end of the year. They've been profitable, they're happy, but now they need to pay taxes, and they again have this like cash liquidity gap problem where they need to find money somewhere to pay HMRC. I would advise you against to play any games with HMRC. The reason being, like all the companies are recorded by HMRC, and all the directors who've been having issues with taxes are monitored by HMRC. So you do it once like incorrectly, they will then like monitor you. They will look like how good are your records, etc., etc. So try to keep it clean and tidy from the beginning. Try to talk to your accountant in terms of like, okay, what's the best way to do it? How much money do I need to allow for the future tax payments? Plan it early, do it on time, you're gonna be fine. Next, please. Business planning. So when you are done with the compliance part of the like accounting and bookkeeping, so you file the taxes, you are in the green with HMRC, you send everything to company's house. Next thing that's like where proper bookkeeping and accounting can help you is the business planning, right? So if you are doing your accounting bookkeeping once a year, as a lot of the companies do it in the UK, that means that you will only see how your like financial health of the business at the end of the year. We see that most of the successful businessmen, most of the successful business owners do the management accounts at least once a month, right? So at least once a month, try to reconcile everything, try to talk to your accountant, try to get him on the phone to explain to you what each of the line item, which each of the financial statement mean, see how it compares to the previous period, ask your accountant how it compares to other players in your industry, look what can be done better, and like this will allow you to catch the problems with your business early. It will also allow you to plan ahead. All right, like I'm doing well, it probably like I can forecast this amount of money going forward. I can probably like forecast some investment being done at the end of the year. Again, here the routine helps. If you have the routine of like reconciling and sending all the documents to your accountants and tidying up the books, and then working on the management reports at the end of the month, you will be able basically to monitor closely the financial health of the business. You will be able to catch all the mistakes early enough. Next, please. Common questions, like what, just really quickly, what people usually ask us, like, what do I do? Do I need the accounting software? Do I need the Excel spreadsheets? Both would work generally, but accounting software will allow you to do double entry bookkeeping. What is double entry bookkeeping? Double entry bookkeeping is basically when let's start with a single entry for the simplicity. Single entry bookkeeping is when you just record that customer A paid me 100 pounds like on this date, and you keep it like as it is, like one line item, single entry bookkeeping. Double entry bookkeeping will always have two accounts where each of the transaction will be recorded, right? The customer pays you, you will have the recording of the customer paying you in sales account, and you will have the recording of cash plus 100 pounds in your cash account. What it helps you with, it helps you make sure that you didn't lose anything, right? So double entry bookkeeping, make sure that all the numbers are correct, because that's where you can easily catch the mistakes and discrepancies. You can do it in Excel. There are templates to do it in Excel. I'd say that there are a lot of the options of the accounting software, free accounting software that you can use that allow the double entry bookkeeping. So I'd say spend the weekend, learn some like accounting software if you don't want to pay your like accountant to do that, but do the accounting software, do the double entry bookkeeping. The next one is basically the question, who should do it? Do I need to run it, or do I need to hire someone? Do I need to ask my accountant to do it? All three options work. We saw all three options working. Usually business owners in the beginning of the journey tend to do it themselves, which is all right. But then going forward, your business is growing, you don't want to be focusing on the bookkeeping, you want to outsource it, right? Find an accountant who will be doing it for you, find somebody in-house who will be doing it for you, but at some point you just need to delegate it. It's not much value of doing reconciliation yourself. You gotta care about your customers, and you gotta care about your products, not about the bookkeeping. There are people who can do the bookkeeping for you in a much more efficient way. Yeah, here digital records obviously necessary. Yeah, I don't want to stop in here with making tax digital. It will be required going forward. Automation, there are quite a few tools to automate, starting with Expensify that will allow you to automate your expenses, send into the accountant. All the different tools, we can again talk hours and hours about how to set up certain automation process. Here at best, talk to your accountant, explain your situation, say here is my suppliers. That's that's what we do for our clients, right? So we look at your business, we look at here are suppliers, these are the transactions, and we come up with the best way to automate it in a way that you'd spend zero time doing the bookkeeping whatsoever. Next one, please. Just being conscious of time, quickly tips and tricks, what can you take out of today's webinar. First one, have a routine, update your books regularly. Don't leave it till the end of the year. That will allow you to see the financial health of the business on the go. Don't ever mix your personal and business transactions. We see a lot of people doing it. It's just purely wrong. It will create you a whole lot of problems with HMRC. It will create you a whole lot of problems with your accountant. Have a separate business account. Separate all the business expenses, all the business investment. Do it from the business account. Don't mix it up with your personal transactions. Reconcile regularly. Don't forget about your business credit cards, bank accounts. Basically, do again once. If you are doing it yourself, do it at least once a week, so that it doesn't get up to the huge load of work up to the end of the month. Do it weekly. Reconcile it with the bank statement, with the invoices, and again, you'll be happy. Professional review, here it makes sense. If you are doing it yourself, it makes sense to invite some accountant to review your books, to review your setup, to make sure that you are doing it correctly, right? So if you are small business, we're just starting, and business is not complex, you're probably doing okay. It makes sense to still have this review with an accountant at least once a year, to see that the system that you are using is good enough for your situation. Identify key metrics. Here, I think we've touched base on it. Look at your business, understand what are the key factors that will allow you to grow your business, and make sure you're monitoring them on a regular basis, right? So if it's customer retention, then make sure that the payments of the customer are being recorded somewhere separately, that you can see the customer retention, net retention revenue. If liquidity may be a big risk in your business, make sure you're monitoring liquidity and get some liquidity. Next, please. Custom reports, it's somehow actually tied to the point 5. When you understand like what is the structure of your business, either do it yourself or again ask your accountant to come up with custom reports. For example, if you are a consulting business and you're doing different projects with different clients, it makes sense to have like separate P&L for each of the in P&L have separate line items for each of the projects, so you see for each of the project that you are doing how profitable it is. Do I earn enough money to cover my my fixed cost on this project when I am doing this project to a certain client? Again, like proper recording of the costs will allow you basically to understand like what projects are profitable, what projects are not, like what clients do I need to keep work with, what clients do I need to let go. Next one, forecast financial future. That's yeah, sorry, go back. Yeah, if you when you are doing proper bookkeeping, it's much easier to do the budget for the coming month or coming years. That's again will allow you to have a better business decisions, allow you to plan investment ahead. Review with management, here it makes sense to, like, finances is the kind of blood of your business. It makes sense that like your whole management team will be on board in terms of like how we are doing, where we are heading, and so it's not only kind of your area of responsibility of the business owner, but try to involve your whole management team into these discussions, because that's basically the numbers that you gotta operate with. And of course, like last but not the least, get help when you need it, right? That's again, I can't stress it more. If it's somebody like if you are doing it yourself, it's all right in the beginning. Please ask for help. At least like ask your accountant to review the books, ask your accountant to help you out with tax. It's much more complicated to when you've been doing it, you know, through the whole year yourself. You didn't like check it with anyone. It will be much more difficult for your accountant than to go back and to redo the work that you've done. And it's just like, if you are, whenever you are in doubt, it's better to pay, I don't know, £100 for like 2-3 hours consultation, go through your books and make sure that you are in the green. Next, please. Yeah, so if obviously like I've touched a few points where what you can do if you are doing it yourself. If like we are obviously helping out the small businesses with the full scope of accounting and bookkeeping. We are both software provider and service provider. So we have like our own software, and we have accountants who are helping you out with the whole accounting and bookkeeping. So with us, you can push the button and get your whole like bookkeeping and accounting taken care of, and then we'll give you like actionable numbers. We'll work with you in your particular situation. And yeah, next slide, please. One of the things that we are proud of providing is that we will assign you a dedicated accountant that will work with you. You will have access to your accountant to ask any questions anytime soon. We have SLA of one working day. We usually reply in 24 hours. We are like your dedicated accountant will always be there. I see Emma already probably want me to either answer some questions or stop talking. As I said, I can do it in hours and hours. So let me know how we're doing time wise.
No, Alexi, that was amazing, and we are literally on at 12:30 time-wise, but that was superb. So you covered it brilliantly in that time. Alexi, there are some questions, but if you're happy, I'd love to say to our listeners today that if we share those questions with you, we'll kind of source some answers from you and then share them back with our listeners. So if you're happy with that, that would be great to do. But that was such a comprehensive presentation that it just kind of gave so much value to our listeners. And as I say, some questions come from it, but we'll share those with you. But Alexi will also share details. I know I pronounce your company Osome. That's mainly because I used to speak Japanese, and if you literally wrote that in Japanese, it would be Osome. But of course, you pronounce it awesome. So I'm going to go with more of your version. So people, of course, can check out awesome.co.uk, known in Japan as osome.co.uk, and of course we'll follow up so that
although we are not in Japan yet.
Well, soon to be. I know that you have very strong global ambitions. But Alexi, huge thanks for that. That was brilliant in terms of timing, value, and content today. So thank you so much for joining us for Lunch and Learn. And of course, ladies and gents, it's budget day. So if you feel like getting the Small Business Live reaction to budget, head over to enterprisenation.com. We'll be covering that. Or we'll be back tomorrow for Lunch and Learn at the same time of midday. Alexi, thank you so much for joining us today. That was superb. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you.